Hey out there, legal warriors. Everybody wants to know how to keep a criminal charge off your record. Well, there's two main factors, and really only two, that matter in whether or not a criminal charge is going to be on your record. If you're interested in that area of the law, stay tuned because this is the video for you. My name is Attorney Lance Fryrear, and I'm a defense attorney in Linwood, Washington. My law firm's been defending people charged with crimes for more than 20 years. I'm putting out these videos to help educate the public. So if you find this useful, please like and please subscribe. More people will get the help they need. I'm just going to jump right into it. This is our most common question. We get hundreds of calls a month, and so often it is this criminal charge going to show up on my record? And the answer always is, it depends. And here's what it depends on. I promised you two things, and here they are. One, criminal records are controlled by arrests that have fingerprints. And two, convictions reported to the state patrol by the court system. Those are the two and only two factors that control whether or not a crime shows up on someone's record. Now, let's move a little deeper. What do we mean by record? Well, what I mean by record is official criminal history is maintained by the Washington State Patrol. The Washington State Patrol is the one that is charged to maintain criminal history of individuals in Washington State. If you want to see if you have criminal history, you can go to the Washington State Patrol website. You can search the word watch, like a wristwatch, and Washington State Patrol, and you're going to come up with the website. It's called Washington Access to Criminal History. WATCH. You can put in anybody's name. You can put in my name, and you can pay money to see if there is official criminal history on somebody. So how does that criminal history get there, Lance? Well, the two ways I said. One is fingerprints from an arrest, or two is a conviction of a crime, not an infraction, conviction of a crime that's reported to the state patrol by a court. So let's dive even deeper. Well, Lance, I got arrested. Is that going to be on my record, my official criminal history? Well, only if you got booked to a degree where you got fingerprinted. So let's say you get arrested at an Alderwood Mall for theft 3. You're at Nordstrom and you get picked up for theft 3. The police come and they arrest you. They cuff you, right? They cuff you, but they don't take you down to the station. They don't fingerprint you. They take your photograph to make sure they know who you are. They let you go. That's not going to be on your Washington State Patrol record unless you get convicted. The mere fact you're charged does not get reported to the State Patrol. If you're arrested with fingerprints, that gets reported to the State Patrol. So that way it can be confusing, right? I got arrested, but is it going to go on my record? No, if you didn't get fingerprinted. A DUI arrest. All the time people get arrested for DUI. They get taken down to the station. They blow a breath test. But if they're not booked into the jail, and held in the jail overnight, they're most likely not getting fingerprinted and photographed. So again, that's not on your official record. There could be some evidence of a breath test in that case on your driving record, but not your official record. So I hope that's clear. If you've been fingerprinted, then it is going to be as a charge, not yet a conviction, just an arrest and a charge on your record. And actually, it may not even be a charge. It'll say what you're arrested for. If it was only a probable cause arrest, you weren't officially charged, it'll just show the arrest. Moving forward, can you clear the arrest off your record? Potentially, yes. If you're arrested and fingerprinted and never charged, it takes 3 years from the arrest date to send in a form to delete that arrest record. If you're charged with the crime that you were fingerprinted for, therefore we worry about it because the charge is on the record, and the case gets dismissed cleanly, and I mean an outright dismissal, an SOC makes it shaky, stipulated order of continuance. If it's dismissed cleanly 2 years after the dismissal date, you can request to have that arrest record deleted. So arrest with fingerprints. 2 is a conviction that gets reported to State Patrol. Well, what do you mean, a conviction, Lance? Well, that's why I keep saying a conviction. A stipulated order of continuance, which is a contract between you and the prosecuting authority enforced by the court, usually a continuance where you stay out of trouble. An SOC that eventually gets dismissed, there's no conviction to report. So that's not showing on your official record. The same way if you do some type of pretrial diversion program, that is not showing on your official record because there is no conviction. You plead guilty and you get a deferred sentence, that is probably showing up on your official criminal record because you were convicted for a while. At the end of the deferral, they should report a dismissal, but the original reporting of it will still stay there unless you take other steps. Basically, some type of vacating action. And it varies whether or not you can even do that. Certainly, if you reach out to us for that, we can point you in the right direction for people that actually focus on that line of work. So when you're in court, realize that if you're being found guilty of an actual crime, that should get reported to the State Patrol. What if the crime is reduced to an infraction? Then no, the infraction should not be reported to the State Patrol because they don't maintain traffic records. An infraction would get reported to the driver's people, Washington Department of Licensing, but not to your official criminal history. What's an example? Reckless driving, reduced to negligent driving, second degree, which is an infraction. So your official criminal history is maintained by the State Patrol. That's what I call your record. If you're fingerprinted, yes, it's on my record. If we're convicted, yes, it's on my record. If not, no, it's not on my record. Let's say you get an instruction to go get fingerprinted in a little pamphlet that some officer gives you. For non-felonies, we are not required to be fingerprinted. So if you get some instruction that says go get fingerprinted, if it's my clients, I tell them not to do it. You'll have to decide what's right for you. Because I can't give you legal advice, but if it's a court order, I'm going to follow it. If it's a pamphlet, I'm not, because it's not required. Additionally, let's be really careful about what I mean by record. Record's your official criminal history. Will there be a record of you being in court? Yes, because there's a whole bunch of private businesses that collect data and they sell it. That's their intellectual property. They will collect data showing that Mr. X has been in court for an assault charge. The assault charge may have got dismissed, and let's say he never got arrested. Well, it says official criminal history doesn't even show whatever happened, but running through this private background company, if they're really efficient at collecting data, they may have data that shows that Mr. X was in court, so it's not invisible. We still might have to talk about it. There's no way to make something invisible in the court system because big data is too efficient at collecting data and selling it, right? If it's for profit, they're going to figure out how to do it. So what we tell our clients in those situations is, if you get denied a job or something, ask, what background check company they used, ask for the background check, and then try to see if it's accurate. And if they don't give you the background check, we'll see if you can run it on yourself and try to see if it's accurate. Sometimes it's not. So how do we keep it off our record? Avoid arrests with fingerprints and avoid convictions, and we will keep everything off our official criminal record. So I hope you found this useful. If so, please like and please subscribe. More people will get the help they need. And more importantly, if you got a criminal matter, you need defense work, that type of stuff, and you're in Washington State, feel free to reach out to my firm. We've been doing this for more than 20 years. We'll listen to what happened, we'll identify a way forward, and we will be there for you. Thank you.